Hello everyone, this is Joni from Designs by Joni L. And today I'm going to be doing a shirt for my little grandson, and he's a step-grandson. And I know that he's going to love this because I went to Joann's and I bought some fabric, and this is what it looks like. And it had all of these trucks and vans and police cars and things on it. So I picked out 4 of the ones that I thought that he would enjoy. And I took them and ironed the heat and bond on the backs of these pieces here. And then I cut them out, and then I put them on my fabric, on the shirt. And this is a small children's shirt. And he talks a mile a minute, and when he sees this, he's going to be talking more than that probably. But I wanted to do this for him, and because I will be seeing him, good Lord's will, Friday, tomorrow. And I had to get this ready so that we could have it dried when we went down to their house, because we're going to pick my granddaughter up, and she's going to spend the weekend with us. And so I wanted to take him his little shirt that I'm fixing for him. And I just remembered that I need a little thing like a file, and I stick it up under the shirt, and that way it keeps this paint from going through to the next shirt. And as I told you all before, if you watched any of my shirt tutorials, you will know that I used to have the regular cardboard shirt things that you put up inside the shirt. But anymore, they're all so small and thin that they really don't do much good. So I just, on my last one, I just stuck a file up under the shirt, and it did quite well. I put it under there while I was working on it and everything. And it did a really good job for me, so that's what I'm going to do with this one. And try to get it fixed around here so that when I start moving it, I will not be in danger of getting into any of the wet paint. Okay, I think I'll start with the red one. And I think I can take this sticker off of here now. It's past time for that. And I'll start with the red. I didn't have any red that was a true red, but I'm as close to it as I can get. So, like I said, he's just a little boy, and he will be thrilled with it. And I think that it will match enough to where it won't be a problem. So I just hope that he will enjoy his shirt. And I'm going to start with this around here and see what we can do. Oh, I should have gotten this thing has started spurting already. I don't know what I would do without that little needle. I have done several shirts like this, and they have all just stayed very true, and some of them are quite old right now. And this paint has lasted and lasted in it, on them, I should say. And I've been very pleased with how they turn out. So I'm hoping that these will do the same. He seems so appreciative of anything that he gets. And that is nice. Some children these days, they're not very appreciative with things. They get so much, and they just sort of get used to getting things. But he's not like that. He's really appreciative, and he is very sweet. Going to, I think, outline the tires in a gray because I don't have any black. So I'm going to do those in a gray. I think little boys, I remember when my son, when he was little, oh, he loved cars and trucks and tractors and all such things as that. And he would have been thrilled to have gotten a shirt like this. But I wasn't making them at that time. I started that a little later. Trying to get caught up on my videos. I'm getting behind in them because I haven't been making them as fast as I probably should have. Well, we had some circumstances too that kept us from doing it. That's about enough of the red. Now here's some. It's amazing what you can do with a little bit of paint and things like that. I hope the weather is nice where you are living. We've been having some really pretty weather. It's not too hot and not too cold. It's just right, you might say. And we've been having a good bit of wind blowing, and it feels so good after being used to the coldness, because we still get cold weather here. Not all the time, but we can get down pretty cold. Shirt is so dark, it's hard for me to tell where it is. These little wipes are the berries, I'm telling you. I just got a little spot there on his shirt, and I took that and it rubbed it right away. Very good. So hard to see where that's fastened on to the material. I think I'm going to be buying material that is not black for a while, because it's hard to keep up with it. Okay, that's about that. I think this is really dark, and I guess I'm going to have to go ahead and line this. I could line it with red, though. I think I will. His mouth. he has blue eyes, and I think I'll do that with this blue. This is very pretty blue for the eyes. I can hear him right now just yakking and yakking. He came up one day to want to visit, and he was sitting on the couch in the living room, and he began talking, and we had not really heard him talk that much before. And he began telling us how he was just being worked to death. And we thought we were going to laugh ourselves silly. He said, and he crossed his legs, and his little legs didn't even reach the end of the couch, the seat. And he was telling us that they just worked me to death. And we would ask him a question that we knew there was nothing possible about it. And he'd say, yes, yes. And we laughed. We got a really big kick out of him, the way he was telling all those stories. He's something else. Guess I'll do his teeth in the blue too, because they're outlined in the picture. So guess that I should follow through with it. Do one more tire I see I didn't get. Can see this one just a bit more than I could the other one. I hate not to be able to see where I'm going. I'm going to have to get another one, wet one for that. It's amazing how these wet ones work. They take things off that you would not think about. At least I wouldn't have. I didn't know they did that. But they do. And that's really good when you're working with something like this paint. Because it's not too forgiving. him one vavoom he can go. That one's pretty good. So I'll go on. Well, I missed this light. Yeah, I think I got it. Every time I start to put it away, I see something else. Okay, I guess I'll go to the little van next. All of the paints that I'm using and the material and everything will be listed at the bottom of the tutorial. But everything on this particular video excuse me, came from Joann Fabrics. And they were having a sale on their material like this. It isn't as heavy as I used to get. They don't seem to be making it as heavy. It used to be really substantial. Get that a little wide. I think this little van is really cute. They have it all decorated and everything. Its name is Fillmore, I believe it is. I was going to put the names under them. And decided not to. I've already made one video today. I completed my decoupage, the second part of it, on the vase, the glass vase that I did. And it turned out really pretty. I liked it. And I think that I will be doing more decoupage, because I really do like it. It's really nerve-wracking when you're doing it, but after you get it finished, it's really pretty. And I'm thinking that you could only get better at it as you practice. I hadn't done any for a long, long time. And but I got back in. I didn't even have to put any of the little additions that you add to it or anything when you get a hole in it. I didn't make any holes or anything. And I was pleased with that, because I was really, I was being too rough with my brush. And that's what I said in my video, that when I was critiquing it, I thought that I should have used less pressure on it, and only have gone in one way. We used to own a Winnebago camper. I just saw the Winnebago sign here on this little van, and it reminded me of that. We had a lot of fun in it. We would go to Disney all the time, and Palm Beach, places like that. We went to Palm Beach and stayed 21 days one time. My husband was on vacation, and we had a real good time. Catching fish, my goodness. You didn't even have to put bait on your fish hook, because there were blues, as they call them, running. And when they're running, all you do is just throw out what they call a spoon, and some clear, not a clear, but a silver metal fish hook. And you can pull about 5 to 6 fish back in on that. And needless to say, my husband went bonkers when he started pulling fish like that in. A lot of fun. Okay, I've got that one. Then get the windows. I hear the birds tweetering outside. They're just tweetering and singing. It's also thundering just a little. Not enough to make me stop the tutorial yet. I don't know, it may come in and I would have to stop. But right now it's fine. I think any little boy would probably like this. It's a little bit messy, but that's okay. I'm sure he'll love it. Shaking a little bit more today than I usually do. Don't usually shake very much, but for some reason I am today. And that plays havoc with your paint when you're trying to get it on. Okay, let me see here. I'm going to put some, might as well outline the lights, I guess. Paint doesn't want to come out. There came a big bunch. Now he has some eyes to see with now. line his mouth in green instead of black for the charcoal. I don't care much for that charcoal. It's really makes it hard to see, and then when it comes out it's too light to be effective as a shadow or as a color either. I think I'm doing something that I don't particularly like when someone else is doing videos. When they get to thinking really hard, they they start talking lower, and they get lower and lower, and I keep adjusting my volume and adjusting my volume, and I just happened to hear myself, and I was talking very low, and I thought, oh, you're doing just exactly what you don't want them to do. It's just harder to hear. You have to adjust your volume. Okay, let me see here. I've got some flowers I guess I'll go around. I don't have any of the colors that are the dark, so I'll just give an entrance here on this and let the dark do my shading for me. I think it will still give the desired effects. My granddaughter used to, when she was little, she would come over, and I have some little purple flowers that grow out in my yard. And she always liked to go outside and pick those up. And she would call that my flower garden. And she'd say, Mama, we go out and pick flowers in your flower garden? And I'd say, yes, sweetheart, we can go out and pick flowers in Mama's flower garden. And then we have pecan trees in the yard. And we had 19 at one time, but through the weather and everything, we've lost several of them. And so we would go out and pick our pecans up together, too. And we went out one day, and she had her little bag, and I had my bag. And we were picking up pecans. And I told her, I said, sweetheart, you go up this way, and Mama will come down this way. And then we will meet right here. So she starts picking up her pecans and everything. And before I know it, I look up, and she is walking up the driveway, because she is getting tired. We hadn't been there very long. And behind her was this little trail, just a small trail, about one each time you would see it, of pecans behind her. And I had to just start laughing, because that little nursery rhyme, that story that they had about Hansel and Gretel reminded me of that. And I said, sweetheart, I said, you're like Hansel and Gretel. I said, you're leaving your trail behind you. Look at behind you. And she looked, and she says, Mama, I've lost my pecans. And I said, yes, you have. So I went over and helped her pick them up and put them back in her bag. And we came in not too long after that. She had lost some of her pecans, and that was such a funny sight, because I had a little red sweater on her, and she had a red bandana on around her head so that her ears would stay warm. And walking up through there with that trail of pecans behind her, it was hilarious. It really was. And I have told her that story. And it's in some of the books that I have done for her. I have, I don't know if a lot of you do that or not, but they have books out that you can get to fill out for your grandchildren, and I have 3 or 4 for her, and it starts out with just pictures and things that you do when the baby's newly born, and takes you on through, and then it has things that you have done together and cooking that you've done before. And I always tell her that she helped me cook Thanksgiving dinner one Thanksgiving, because she came over and she and I were the only ones home. Everybody else was working or doing something, and I know Tanya and my husband were working, and Sophie's daddy was working. So Sophie and I were left to cook dinner for Thanksgiving. So we go over, and I start making the dinner, and I'd say, "Do you think we need this in here, honey?" She would say. And I'd say, "Okay, I think you better taste this and tell Mama if it's good." And I would get it to where I thought she would like it, or the family would like it, the way I usually fixed it. And I'd say, "Okay, let's try it and see if we like it." And she would try that, and oh my goodness, she loved it. I'd say, "Okay, then I know that's good if you like it." So I have always told her she helped me fix Thanksgiving dinner, and she gets a big kick out of that. And so that's one of the things that I put in her book. And then I got some books that they are for grandmothers or grandfathers to read the story to your grandchild. And it records it. And then that always stays on there for you. And I think that is just really super nice. So I got one of those. I may have 2. And I did that. And it asks what your favorite colors are, and it just a lot of things about your family's history and all such things, genealogy. But it also has a lot of little fun things that children would enjoy. So I fixed her. It's 1, 2, 3. I think she's got 4, or maybe more. Okay, I'm going to line this truck in blue. It doesn't have that much blue on it, but I didn't have anything near that color, so I'm going to do it in blue. But she really likes to help in the kitchen. She always did. It is thundering and the sun is shining. The sun just started coming in through my windows in back of my desk. And it was thundering at the same time. I think I'm going to go around the tires with this blue too, because that other is just too hard to see where you are. I'm afraid I'm not getting the sides of the tires from the fabric, and I don't want to do that because then it won't be hooked down. granddaughter wanted to come up last weekend. And I said, honey, I think that Daddy will have things planned for you this weekend because they were going to go to a balloon festival, hot air balloon festival, and a lot of different things. And I said, and you'll miss your packages and everything because the package that we had sent her was supposed to be arriving. She said, Mama, but you are my package. So she wanted to come anyway. And I told her, I said, it won't be that much longer. I said, Friday will come before you know it. So she called day before yesterday, and I was telling her how long it was going to be. She said, no, Mama. She said, that's not right. She said, I don't count tomorrow. She said, I get to come in one more day. She says, because I don't count tomorrow, and then I don't have to, in other words, deal with it. So that's where my daughter counts. She doesn't count the one day. She counts just when it happens. One day ahead. Tickles me. I would stay totally confused if I did that. Okay, there's that. We've got done. Thank goodness I can put my arms down and rest them on this bottom one because I haven't put anything around it. I think I can use this other color on the windshield. Some of you might want to try this for one of your children because they do get a big kick out of it. Especially if they know the cartoon that the shirt is made from. I have lost track of all of that since Sophie has moved away. I stayed up with it when she was here, but since she has moved, I can't stay up with it much. I lose track of the dolls and all such things. I think he has been missing brushing his teeth because this is pretty yellow. He has two that are white. Probably should stop this video and finish this off camera, because it's going to be a long video if I don't. So I think that's what I might do, is just stop and then finish the next truck. I've got the fire truck to do, and I'll finish it and then come back and let you see the finished piece when I get through. Okay, I'll see you after a while. Hello everybody, this is Joni from Designs by Joni L, and this is my last part of the video that I was doing about the little cars and trucks that I was going to put on the shirt. And I got the other one put on, and I'll turn it around and let you see exactly how they look now that they're put on the shirt. And I think that he is just going to be a very, very happy little boy. He's 2, and he likes his cars and trucks like all boys. And I think that he is going to just be totally taken with this shirt. And so I will, as you can see, I did them in different colors. I did the van in the green, the van is green. And then the red car, I put it in red. I outlined it in red. And then the fire truck, I did part of it in red, and then I did part of it in blue. And I think it came out just fine. And then I outlined the little truck here. I was going to put the names on with them, and I still may do that down below them. I think it would be cute because each one of these has a name. And I may end up doing them. I don't know really if I will or not, but I have to have this ready tomorrow for him. So that's why I was rushing on it. So I hope that you like these, and hope that you think they're pretty, and that little boys would like them. And if you like all of this, well, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I appreciate those who have subscribed and those who are following me. I have several people following me, and they seem to like my work. And so I'm going to go now, and it's getting late, so I'll say good night. And you come back and we'll craft some more. Thank you. Bye-bye.